Hello and welcome to Kevin's Survival School. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an A-frame debris shelter. First off, we're going to find a good place to put the shelter. I found this place right here in the forest, and the ground is mostly level, and it'll be a good place to set up the A-frame shelter. So now that we've found a perfect place to make our shelter, we're going to have a really long stick like this, where all the other sticks will lean onto, and we're going to have two support sticks where that stick will be leaning onto. This is the main stick of the structure. It's going to go right here into the ground, then we'll have two sticks going out from there so they can lean on here. To support this stick, we're going to need two sticks like this. Well, this one isn't very good. Two sticks like this to support it so that the rain will fall off. To do this, I'm going to cut a long stick in half to have two perfect things. I found this stick over here. I'm going to chop it right in half to have two sticks where the main stick, this one, will sit on. Now we're going to use this long stick that we just cut in half over there and make a V shape and tie it to here so that this will be stable and we'll have a good place to crawl into and go to sleep. I'm going to be using some string that I found in the forest. I actually found it. It's not just a joke. I was looking for some something to tie this together, some roots maybe, but I came across this string. So I'm going to use it to tie these two sticks together. As we see here, pretty stable, but just to ensure it more, I'm going to get some more roots and make it even more stable. As we see here, we can see the original string here, and I've also added on some roots that I found searching when I was digging in the ground, as you can see right here. So now we're going to do the skeleton of the whole structure. So we're going to take a bunch of sticks and lay them, each one right here, around like 2 centimeters apart, 5 centimeters apart, about that range. So let's get started. Okay, as you see here, I finished the whole skeleton of the shelter. Now the main point will be putting lots and lots of leaves on top, and then the shelter will be done. Now I finished putting half of the leaves on the shelter, as you can see now. The leaves are pretty thick, around 10 to 15 centimeters, and I'm just going to have to do the same on the other side, and then it'll be completely done to sleep in. So as we see here, I finished the whole shelter. So remember, when making the shelter, you have to find a long, sturdy stick that won't break easily, which will be the ridge stick right here. Then find two also strong support sticks, as you see right here, and then you tie them up with root or rope, or whatever you have with you, even shoelaces. And then you have to take lots and lots of sticks and put them as a skeleton. Just pretend they're like the ribs, and you have to have everything filled with like those wooden ribs. And then you have to find lots and lots of leaves from the ground and put them all over the shelter, around 10 to 15 centimeters thick, so that the rain won't just go through and soak you. And I'm going to show you how the shelter looks from a 360 perspective. As we can see here, the leaves cover the shelter so well that it is completely pitch black. I'll pull out my flashlight so you can see how it looks from inside. The shelter is still going to be wet at first, since the surroundings were all wet and the leaves were all wet, but in a couple of weeks it will be completely dry as the other shelter that I've made, which I'll show you in a sec how dry it is. This is all completely dry. It's all completely dry in here. And in a few weeks, this one here will look the same. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.